Stimulating Talk 570 KLIF.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Bolton. I appreciate you all being with us tonight. This is a great event. This is an event that takes place tonight in the greatest nation of America, and it is, of course, being put on by FAIR. And what I want to do is bring up to the mic Joyce Gucci. Joyce is the Southern Regional Representative for FAIR. Joyce.
Thank you all for coming here tonight. I want to thank John and I'm sorry, Jeff, for being moderators tonight, and also for our distinguished panel tonight. These gentlemen here know their stuff. I'm happy to show they've got all three. And I want to tell you a little bit about FAIR. We're the oldest immigration reform group in the country. And we've been called on more times before Congress to testify on immigration-related matters. We have over 200,000 members in the United States, and many here in the Dallas and Farmers Branch area. And I want, John is going to take care of what the rules are tonight, and there are a few. And I want to remind you to please turn off your phones and put them on silent. Because of the people that we've brought in here tonight, they deserve not to be interrupted. And so I want everyone to just be nice, and let's learn something tonight. And thank you again.
Joyce, thank you very much. We're going to get out of the way, myself and John David, so that we can get on with the events. I just want to tell you just a couple of very simple things. This issue for us clearly defines our time in many significant ways. And the people that are on the stage behind us, both those who represent being for one position or for another, deserve our respect and they deserve our courtesy, because the great American tradition is the fact that we do debate and we do discuss. We don't grab chains and torches and go to buildings. We don't do that in this country. That is not the way we work. And so I ask you all, from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of everybody at 570 KLIF, to be courteous and respectful and kind, and let it be remembered as a night where people spoke, passionately from their heart, but did so in such a way that was dignified and was good for everybody. We gain nothing as a country with a world out there trying to kill us. We gain nothing as a country by tearing each other apart. It gets passionate for all of us, so please do bear that in mind. Your presence here means more to us than anything. The fact that you care enough to come out tonight when you can be home with your families and do other things speaks volumes about you for people, as people. And so we thank you for coming out. John David Wells and I, as you know, came here to KLIF with a mandate that we both had very much in our hearts, which is to talk about things that matter locally. It is not our desire, although we talk about things nationally on a regular basis, because it's necessary for our jobs. It is not our desire to be a big-time national talk show guys. We live here. This is our home. This is where we both wanted to be. We wanted to raise our families. And that's why we're here tonight. That's why our station's here. So I add to that, too, for those of you that have made a choice to listen to us at 570 KLIF, please know that we appreciate you doing that, that we recognize that you wake up early, and in the afternoon driving home, you got a lot of choices out there. And the fact that you choose us, we recognize, and we feel both of us compelled to try to give you this sort of event tonight and represent your interests, because as John David says all the time, I think accurately, the shows have our name on them, but they're about you. If you've noticed anything, we don't take a lot of guests, but we take a lot of calls, and that's because we want to hear from you. So with the rules, John David is going to introduce or tell you what those are. I just want to introduce you. I'm going to step out of the way and introduce you to the gentleman behind me here on the panel tonight, for those of you that can't see, if you're getting old eyes like I'm getting now. To my left here, Reverend Peter Johnson, Mr. Hector Flores, Mr. Domingo Garcia, Mr. Michael Cutler, Mr. Al Rodriguez, and Sam, I've got to say it right, Aceves, Sam Aceves, Marine, as a matter of fact. Sam, all of you, thank you very much, gentlemen, for being here. We appreciate it.
Once again, please do silence your cell phones, and please don't take any calls here while you are engaged, while the debate is engaged. Here are the rules for tonight's debate. Each side will have 2 minutes for an opening and closing statement. Each side will be asked the same questions, except for the final 2 questions, which will be specific to each side. Each side may rebut the other side's answers, but those rebuttals will be counted within the 2 minutes allowed for their own response to each asked question. Scott Jones will be keeping time and will tell both of the people on stage and us what the time is left, and we will enforce the timing rules as far as reasonability demands. Extra time may be given solely at the discretion of the moderators, Jeff and I. Follow-up questions may only be asked by the moderators. Each side will only have 1 minute to respond to follow-up questions, including rebuttals. Each side may direct questions only to the moderators, not to the other side, or to the audience. We ask the audience also refrain from asking questions or making inappropriate statements or noise as this debate unfolds. Audience members interfering with the debate in any way will be asked to leave. Just a moment ago, we had a coin toss, and the coin toss was won by the Michael Gutler, Al Rodriguez, and Aceves panel. They will be able to open up the debate with their opening statement first. The first question will be answered by Mr. Garcia, Mr. Flores, and Reverend Jackson. With that having been said, here is the opening statement. Pardon? I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Reverend Johnson.
I'm all of us, kind of look alike, but...
No.
Not true. No. As we start with our opening statements here, John David, everyone please just give a hand to these folks.
Indeed.
Well, as you know, my name is Mike Cutler. I'm a former senior special agent with the Immigration and Naturalization Service. I'm a native New Yorker. I still live there. I'm delighted to be here today to practice democracy with you. I've always made the point that democracy is most definitely not a spectator sport. I've had over 35 years to contemplate immigration issues, and I've often made the point when I've testified before Congress that a country without secure borders can almost stand in a house without walls, and our borders are anything but secure at this point in time. And the implications for our country span a wide variety of issues, everything from the economy, education, healthcare, the environment, to national security and criminal justice are severely hammered by the fact that our country has failed to secure its borders. We hear many things from many politicians from both sides of the aisle looking for political gain, looking for new voters, looking for campaign contributions, and this frankly endangers national security because on September 11, 2001, folks, the ashes from the conflagration at Ground Zero landed on my home. I also work as an advisor to the 9/11 families for a Secure America. It is my belief that if we can't secure the borders and create an immigration system that possesses true integrity, then there is no way that we can protect our country. And I find it interesting that the United States government has sent Border Patrol agents to Iraq to secure the Iraqi borders while our borders remain open. But the bottom line is that, as Tip O'Neill once said, all politics ultimately is local. And the idea is that all law enforcement needs to work as a team, and I spent half my career as part of the Drug Task Force working with city, state, and local governments. I have also worked with foreign governments and other federal agencies enforcing the immigration laws where they pertain not only to the employment of illegal aliens, but especially where narcotics and terrorism were concerned. It's my belief that all of our mechanisms within the country, both on the federal, state, and local level, need to restore integrity to the immigration system because so much is riding on it. And I hope that today I will be able, as we answer the questions, to make my position clear to all of you. And I thank you for the opportunity to be here.